It's Week 13 of the NFL, where we'll see this team's speedy running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. Great game in store for y'all, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their team.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think two things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third, check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his fourth NFL campaign.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Here's a first carry for their running back. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Throwing now on third and long. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
What did this defensive play caller tell us all week, Mike? They wanted to come out and set the tone of this game, dictate the terms of how this game would be played, and through the first drive here, boy, have they ever.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's been the man that makes this offense go. Currently number 2 in the NFL in terms of receptions for a wideout. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. One of the tight ends motions right. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This is caught down that right sideline. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster's
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
They'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. He'll drop to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible.
And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. And he's in.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The PAT, up and good. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
I could go on and on about the offensive line breakdowns with this pass protection, and it's been flat out brutal. But let's give some credit to the other side of the ball. They came in not only motivated to make a statement, but with a great game plan, and so far they've executed.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in those numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. They'll go with a counter on first down. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so third down forthcoming. Throwing now from the gun, and that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
A run now on second down. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Third and long. A quick throw right side. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. We are through 1. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's the punter now, as he is on to kick it away. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. but the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's their punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. This brought him out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now a give up the middle, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now faking the give, and on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll get this out wide. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st, and this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
This team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get this only up to about the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Quick throw here is complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Throwing right, it's taken in, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. This one complete right side. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down, a pickup of 8. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the visitors move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So now this team's offense ready to see what they can do. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a clinic tape as far as how do you rush the quarterback. From all 3 levels, their ability to get the quarterback on the ground is pretty remarkable, and it's still early here in the game, and if this offense doesn't get going here and protect the quarterback, we could be looking at a record-setting performance.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got his man right side. It's complete. 1st and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Quick throw taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 2nd down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Back to the air one more time. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
It's a pickup of 12, and that will be a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. He'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. A pickup there of 19 yards. That's enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Throwing now on third and long. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And his guys are finally on the board. It's 17-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
He finds his big tight end. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And now the punting unit will come up, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Handoff here, up the middle. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
Here's the toss as they look to run. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the toss, they'll run. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. They'll begin here on the ground. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
Now a give on the ground, and good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield. 3rd and 5. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a 4th down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
We're about ready now for the punt, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
That's fielded at about the 18. Past midfield.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 3rd down and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. Open man, left side. He's got it. A pickup of 12 yards. And that will be a 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Now, faking the give. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
They face 2nd down and 7. Sending a receiver right. There's that man again. Another catch.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one?
Powering forward. He's in. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now, for the point after. His kick is good. And the visitors will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game, and I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to a throw right side is intercepted. And this defense will take over here following the interception.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. To the air now on 1st and 10. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Back to the air one more time. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's enough for a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. So it's a win for our visitors. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.